What up, YouTube? Just making another quick video because you guys know I work on cars. I've been working on them forever. Usually what I do is buy and trade until I get something that I really want. But also I was making this video because I work on small engines. So if you guys have any questions about small engines, just anything, lawnmowers, weed eaters, generators, things like that, I know how to do that stuff as well. The reason why I'm making this video is because I got an old generator from my father, because I actually just moved up to the mountains recently, and the power went out up here for like, I think, what was it, like 2 days almost, and then after that it went out again for like another, I think, like 6 or 7 hours. So I was kind of hurt about it because there's, the refrigerator, all the food and everything that's in there kind of went bad, so I had to go purchase all new food and everything else. But anyway, so I picked this generator up from my dad, and it hadn't been running for a long time. So I got it, and guess what? I fixed it, and so I'm just making this video here real quick to show you guys the generator and everything. And if you have any questions, if you're working on something and you can't figure it out, leave me a comment and I'll help you out the best way that I can. But here's the generator, guys. There it is. It's an old school bugger, but those old school ones were built to last forever. So what I did is an oil change, rebuilt the carb in it, cleaned the jets, cleaned everything, put in a spark plug, cleaned the fuel lines, and got everything working. It actually runs and works. It's a little bit of a bitch to get it started, of course, because it's that pull start version type. But what I use is just this rope here with a knot on the end, and I spin it around the front shaft here, and boom, it fires right up and works awesome. It's a 5,000 watt generator. Of course, it's pretty loud, so I might weld like a new exhaust setup on it, and I'm not going to use it anyways, only if like the power goes out up here to keep the food good in the refrigerator and stuff like that. But there's the Chevy, guys. Still got the Chevy, the beast here. I don't know, I didn't make a new video too. I put Jet's Performance Stage 2 chip in there, and the supercharger, I sold that, guys, so I'm not going to go that route. I figured I'm just going to go with the Vortec heads, or maybe I might even get like some bigger like dart heads or some AFR heads. I'm not sure yet. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and get that Vortec type setup, because the bolts go straight in instead of like at an angle on the intake. And they're cheap. You can get them at the junkyard for like nothing. And I'm going to essentially go into that and start getting that all done up. And it's pretty cool too, because I'm just going to get the 4-barrel intake manifold, the high rise. And they actually sell an adapter plate for the TBI setup, just so I could put that on there for the meanwhile until I get an EFI setup on it. But it's running like an ace. I had to get new tires on the rear. I'm stripping the paint down. It doesn't look that great, but I got the front little plastic scrape guard in the front, so it's looking pretty sick. Also, I'm going to take the bed off and notch the frame and drop the back end a little bit. Get, boys. Watch out, puppies. Here's my fat dogs here. You see these fat dogs? They're so fat. So fat boys, huh? You fat boys? Yeah, he's a fatty. That's my old puppy there. I've had him now, I think he's about 9-10 years old now. So he's about 4, but you see he's a big old fatty, but he likes to jump. So we had to fatten him up a little bit. Now I'm going to start running him a lot more, but Jesus Christ, he's so big. He weighs probably like about... I took him into the vet a few months back because he hurt his back a little bit, like it was sore. Oh, they're just playing. And so I had to get him set up, but the vet pretty much said, man, he's like 98 pounds. But yeah, I got my whole little mining setup here. I'm up here in New Mexico, and I've been mining for gold and stuff like that. Getting it. Hey, you guys stop playing. I'm trying to make a video here. You guys stop that. But anyways, so yeah, I am mining up here in New Mexico, and I found a little bit of gold so far, and went out to Hillsboro and lots of other places. There's a place actually right over here in the mountains where I live, where there's some old caves and stuff. Got the sluice box. I got some new rubber rifts for it too, and pumps. I made my own little like screening classification kit. All kinds of stuff. I took like an old pump from a swimming pool, and I've been using that big old sucker, so I could essentially run quite a bit of material very fast. I got my pan here and everything, another classifier there. But I'm going to make a wash plant and start getting at it. And you know, it's really hard to find gold. You know, so hard. Hey, I'm sure everybody knows if you've ever tried, but it's really hard. And I'm thinking about making a little series on how you do that. You know, what kind of rock and everything you're looking for, land, igneous, metamorphic rock, stuff like that, you know, so that you can find gold. And most of these guys on YouTube, you know, they'll usually sprinkle out some gold in there and make it look like they found all kinds of gold, but really it's freaking really hard to find it. So I figured I'd try to make a video like showing you guys how hard it is for me and to get it and find it and get to it and do this stuff. But yeah, just subscribe to my channel and stuff, and it'll keep you updated. And if you have any questions on cars, working on cars and in general, you know, I've worked on so many of them. I've owned so many different types of cars. That's why I think I'm a pretty experienced mechanic, because I don't just work on one name brand vehicle. I worked on several vehicles, you know what I mean, like Ford, Chevy, Toyota, everything. Subaru, WRXs, I built them up performance-wise. So if you guys have any questions on that as well, I have pictures and stuff like that of all the old cars that I do have. I just gotta get them off there, and I was thinking of making a little video about that too, just like, you know, I'm pretty young and I've owned so many cars. You know, of course, like I said, it's not like I've owned them all at once, but trading and getting more and fixing them up, rebuilding them and getting them out there on the road again. And yeah, so here's the Chevy. I got the new rear tires on it. You know, of course I need to get new rims and tires because they're kind of, don't really like them. They're the classic prime whatever, kind of like race tire. They're pretty fat though, you know, they're pretty wide, so you know, they're not too bad. But I was thinking about welding the rear diff on the truck here and going that route and seeing how well it would run with that. I figure in this truck now I probably got about at least like 360 to 370 horsepower with that Borden stroke kit, 383 stroker kit, the stage 2 race transmission, and just so much more stuff. You know, I could show you guys a little picture of the motor. The inside's not looking too great because I've been I'm gonna redo the whole dash setup in it, and it ain't looking too great. As you can see, it's just kind of torn apart right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and build my own dash and set that up, and when I do that, when I get the time, actually, I'll show you guys that. You know, I've been dealing with so much stuff because of my son's case. I don't know, I kind of mentioned it in a few other videos. My son has a traumatic brain injury and stuff, but yeah, we're fighting a huge case now and trying to get him taken care of, because like I guess his medical expenses are about $4 million, you know, that for the rest of his life, that's what it's going to cost him. So we're trying to get him set up so, like, in case if anything happens to me or something, then he's taken care of and everything. But yeah, this is what I do on the side to take care of my son, because I can't work a full-time job, is work on cars, build, fix anything, you know what I mean? Anything that's available, I will do. And that is building houses, down to anything you can think of, as long as it's not like something that I have to like hold a schedule down, because I've kind of let go of a few jobs just recently in the past because my son has so many doctor's appointments and stuff like that. You know, he's going to therapy every week and attorney's appointments and all this other crap. You know, it's just really hard to hold a schedule because he needs me. I'm a single father too, so that's why I have to be there for him 100%. But here's the truck, guys, and the motor and everything. It's looking pretty sick, you know. It's got it all built up. And the reason why I did this one is because it was my uncle's truck, you know, and he kind of told me, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and then he passed away. So I ended up picking it up off my dad there and building it up. Got the 383 stroker kit, got the Manzo headers, I put the electronic fans. I got this big radiator for a good deal on eBay. If you're looking for something like performance wise for a Chevy, like a half ton like this one is, get this radiator. I think it's for like the diesel version, like a Duramax version, but it's cheap as heck. It's only like $116 or something like that. Of course, you have to keep like your stock thermostat in there. I had like a 180 or 160 thermostat with this. And like, I don't even use the fans right now because it's like winter time right now. Well, it hasn't snowed yet or nothing, but it stays so cold in here. Like, I don't even have to use the fans. I never use the fans. The only time like I'll use the fans is like if I'm like off-road, you know, and it's only a 2-wheel drive truck, of course, but like, you know, crawling up off-road or going somewhere where you have to go real slow for a long amount of time, it does tend to get a little warm, but I never use the fans with this radiator. It is so cheap. It's like a dual core or a triple core radiator, you know. I have the old one over here actually that was in it before, and oh shoot, I might have zoomed in there a little bit, but okay, let me go back. Okay, cool. And so I could kind of show you a comparison of the two. That one's like almost 3 inches thick, and this one here is like only an inch thick. As you can see how small and teeny this one is. Didn't work very well, but with the bore, the stroke, the hot cam, the 2800 stall converter in there, and all the other stuff that I have done to this truck, you know, I figured, shoot, might as well throw the bigger radiator in there. I bought an aluminum one, which was like, I don't know, it probably came from out of a Camaro or something like that, but it worked well. But in the summer, running the AC, it would get a little warmer than I wanted it to be. And so I just decided, I said, you know what, dang, this one's cheap on eBay. I'm going to get this one. It's only $116. Heck yeah. But as you can see on this one, I have a whole brand new air conditioning system on here. It's a little dusty because there's a dirt road to get to my house. So AC compressor brand new, accumulator brand new condenser. Everything on this truck is brand new. It works perfect. This truck will run forever. I think I only got about 15,000 miles on her now. Of course, the paint's coming off. It's just that old school crappy paint. But I kind of power washed it with a good tip, like at a home power washer, not at the car wash, and I stripped off as much as I can. I'm gonna start sanding all that down. But like I said, my schedule, you guys, is crazy as can be. So I don't really get too much time to work on the projects that I want to do. But you know, it will get done sooner or later, and I will make a video and I will keep you guys updated. But if you guys have any questions at all, small motors, big motors, diesel, 4x4, anything you can think of, I've probably worked on it. So just leave me a comment and subscribe. Thanks guys, have a good day. Oh yeah, I want to show you the view. The view of where my house is. It's cool, huh? See back behind that mountain over there? That's where I can find the gold at. Way back over there. Alright, later guys.